Hey everyone, welcome back to another Fortnite Save the World video. Finally, new bridge amplifier damage build for Twine Peaks endurance. This build fixes the main issue with bridge amplifier, the big meteors. They spawn in many locations around the amplifier, destroying everything in their way. Before, we used to control them 100% with baits, using certain structures above the build. But it's not guaranteed every time right now. So, I wanted to build away from any known spawn locations for any big meteors, fully AFK, long enough since this amplifier get long waves, and very simple to avoid any smashers issues. I build one of the simplest tunnels you can think about, and it worked like a charm. Let's not waste any time, let's start with the build right away. I already explained all the extra details in the previous gameplay video. I highly recommend checking it out first if you want to see how the build works. As usual, check the description first. If there's any needed updates, news, or even a newer build, I will add them there. And without further ado, let's get started. Let's start with the blockoffs. The husk will spawn here in front of the amplifier. They have three main ways. We will block two, and build the main tunnel in the middle. Plus I will block any other secondary paths lobbers and flingers may follow, you know how annoying they are. Now with the main tunnel. These walls aren't really needed, but add them just in case for any husk may think to take a shortcut, or anything destroyed a wall or two. Even you can extra blockoffs here if you want, but no need to. Now for the spawn cover and lobber shield. If your durability or damage are really low, you can expand it by 1 tile. Check this video to learn more about your survivor squads and how to max your trap's damage and durability for endurance. Expand the lobber shield here if needed too. Now for the loop bridges. I will be using 2 loop bridges here as I explained in the previous video. One under the amplifier, inside the terrain mainly for mini bosses, and the other one on top for smashers. And don't worry about structures cost. We are not using any baits here for the big meteor. Plus the tunnel being very simple like that, allowing us to save a lot of extra structures. Add 4 arches here inside the terrain under the amplifier. A bit trick I know, but you will manage to build them easily. Even you can build everywhere, and remove the rest later. Two arches and a floor on each side. Similar to the normal loop bridge we usually use. Some baits as well here for the mini bosses. Now for the second loop bridge. The first one was more like an amp design, but it gets the job done. This trick works almost for all the amplifiers, not just this one. Total structures needed are 134, which is very cheap for an amplifier like that. This ramp might be tricky here if it got destroyed, since their path will be blocked with these floors. I tested it a lot, to check for any smashers and propanes may destroy it, but didn't find any issues at all. Plus I will cover it with one sound wall trap, just in case. Even if somehow it got destroyed, still, the husk will just destroy the floor here and continue to the main tunnel. It will be shorter for them than going to any other path, since they are well blocked. And just in case if needed, add some blockoffs here. Now for the traps and perks. Now let's add the traps. First, add these two walls here. Stand like that while placing the freeze trap, to push the husk back. While placing freeze traps, always face the opposite direction you want to push the husk to. Just like here, we want to push them back. Again, if your durability is low, use the higher durability freeze traps for the whole tunnel, but try to use the high impact one at the last tile. Not a huge thing, don't worry. If your durability is really low, use 2 damage, for durability drop traps for the spawn covers. Make sure of the direction of the drop traps as well. Lots of anti-air traps, for the small space rocks. They deal a small amount to the build, but a lot of them will cause issues without destroying them. You can add extra wall lights trap here if needed. For any reason, if smashers and mini-bosses destroy this floor and ramp connecting the loop bridge, add a freeze trap or a low damage floor spikes trap. Just anything to deal small amount of damage or impact to them, to keep them moving. That should cover everything about this build. And if there's any updates, I will leave them in the description. If you have any questions about the build, leave them in the comments. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to use code Larsis in the item shop and Epic Games Store if you want to support me, helps me a lot. As always, big thanks for all the channel members, super chat on the stream, everyone uses my creator code, and all the support, really appreciate it. Like, subscribe if you are enjoying the content, so YouTube algorithm will suggest the video for more people. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, see you in the next one.